Let's rock, guys. Let's rock. You guys happy to be here on the roundtable tonight on June 5th, 2024? You guys ready for this thing or what? Yeah? There was no action there. I don't even know what to say, man. You're supposed to be waving your hands up in the sky, waving them real high. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Cool, guys. Welcome to the AK Roundtable. It is June 5th, 2024, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Glad to be here with every single one of you. Down at the very bottom, you've got a chat window. You've got a reactions button as well that you can send out reactions. Matthias will pop something up there like he always does, I'm sure, on the reactions. That will happen right about now. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Cool. Down at the very bottom, or actually on each one of your screens, you have three little dots that are there. It'd be really good if you renamed yourself your email address. If you take a look at mine, everyone see mine? Mine says Judd and then Judd at Asphalt Kingdom. It's great for networking. Great opportunity to be able to share and build opportunities together and just to create a strong network. So don't be shy. And then, of course, I've got Dom and Skylar. They're going to do this. It's going to be the duet tonight. 100%. They're going to kick it off with the energy rocking this roundtable. So Skylar, you're going to have to stand up right next to Dom, buddy. I'm going to make you guys do this. Come on, let's go, boys. Kick this meeting off. You know how it goes.
All right, here we go. All right, get on my shoulders.
Are we doing left? Are we doing left or right?
All right, guys.
Zane, you got to do it. Zane, let's go.
We're gonna go to the right, to the left. 10 jumping jacks. Ready? Let's go. Woo! Get up, bro. Get up and do this. Get up. 1, 2, oh shit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo!
So I'm going to do this just for fun right now. I'm going to spotlight Dylan McCann on screen for it because he didn't do it. So now he has to do it for everyone just privately. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this one.
All right. That was a good one. That was good. Dylan was busy rocking deals in the background. I know it. He was punching away on the keyboard. That's for sure. What's happening, Dylan McCann? How you doing, buddy?
Never stops. Always closing deals. You know how I operate.
100%. Rocking it, making magic happen for sure. All right, guys, I'm excited to be here with everyone tonight. Let's do this thing. Let's do it. Who has some wins that they want to bring out? And anyone on here, I know that there are wins because I keep getting pinged through private message by a lot of you that are giving me the updates about your trajectory and the way that you guys are filling your pipelines and so on. So that's super exciting. But yeah, why don't you raise your hand up using the reactions? And then why don't you share a win, something that you might think that somebody else could benefit from? Dustin, welcome. Good to have you on, buddy. Let's roll. Let's roll. Any wins, guys? Dustin, you have a win? Any wins on your side, man, over the last week?
Bubs has
No
got
wins? Matt Phillips, what's the win, buddy? Let's go. Come off mute. Spotlight it. Let's go.
So as I told you at the beginning here, just been swamped and busy. Got my 1 bulk tank running, working on a second. I've got a 8,000 gallon bulk tank and working on a 6,000 gallon bulk tank, getting it ready to start with a second vendor, just so I don't run into not having product. Got a project 130,000 square feet we're going to be doing, and we just been already knocking it out. I've had 3 deliveries already, so already put down 13 or 14,000 gallons already.
Wow, nice, bro.
So just moving along. So that's the win. Is the I've got a partner or a business vendor that does just crack seal. So we partnered up where he does crack seal and I do a seal coat. And yeah, he's the one that we've been working with him for a couple of years, and he brought this 130,000 square foot seal coat job. So I mean, it pays off. Get good vendors that have your same goal and providing quality and service and not chinsing out on price. It'll pay off in the long run. So that was my win.
Man, I'm super excited for you,
Woohoo!
Matt. I'm super excited for you, buddy. Also, I just want to express some major gratitude to you, man. Thank you for wearing that brand that we've worked hard on for 20 years, bro. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you for being a key part of it and for paying it forward, being that lighthouse to everyone, man. Thank you for doing that because you don't need to be here, man. And you do it, and you always are helping and paying it forward to people, man. And that's just really, really appreciated. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and anybody has any questions about it? I mean, I don't consider myself a full expert, but I've been around the block. And so if anybody has questions, feel free to email me or text me or, call and say, hey, what about this? So be willing to help.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Dom, Manzo, Mr. Skylar Garmin, who has got the win on your side, or you got a double win?
Oh, you take a lead on this one, Bob.
Look at you guys, man. You guys, I love this. Man. Look at this branding, guys. That's branding, guys. Yes.
So we're hiring another 5 salesmen, and we'll put it out to everybody out there. So we're expanding, and we need at least 5, maybe 20 more. 20
Yeah,
more
it's
salesmen.
more
maybe?
probably like 20, but
We'll start
we're
with
gonna
5.
do increments of 5. We put a position out 2 days ago. We filled 2 out of the 3, so we're looking for another 5. We even on the new performance leads are already coming in. We just literally have people out door knocking and doing that thing. So we just need more of that, and we're ready to, really, really go. So anybody on the roundtable that is looking for an opportunity to get a little experience in the industry and make a load of money, here's your opportunity from not 1 coach, but 2 coaches, and you're going to be able to be turnkey in a system and be part of a company and a culture that is growing super, super rapidly. And there is a immense amount of opportunity. So just throwing it out there.
And remember, guys, too, also, we could use guys on the trucks as well. So if anybody knows anyone or anyone wants to, come up for a couple weeks and step up their game, we have the works here and we have the room. So it's open.
This shit I love this shit. This is just awesome, man. I remember Skylar. It was, I believe, was it October? September? In Dundas?
September, Dundas. What's crazy is I just went through my phone the other day and found the confirmation from, I think it was Eventbrite, from the Dundas reservation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I filled it out like 7 times because I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, I need to make sure I get into this thing.
So I remember asking the question, I'm like, how big do you want to be? And everybody's going around the board, and Skylar jumps up clean out of his seat, like jumps out. He goes, 5 million. And everybody looks at him and he's like, 5 million? And Skylar's like, 5 million.
Oh.
That's what Skylar said. That's what you said. And that's what you desired to hunt. And now you've been searching. This is really good for everyone. Focus in on this right now. You've been focusing on what it was going to take to actually get there because you haven't seen other people doing in the industry.
Yep.
Commonly.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, some things started to take shape and unfold where you're like, I can now see the path to 5 million. You start to realize that is actually achievable and more.
I think what's hilarious too, we can even go back to my post the other day on the group. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I put a post out and I was like, who in our industry is doing 5 million? Like, I want to connect. And I would say 9.5 out of 10 people were like, that's outlandish. That's ridiculous. That's a lot. That's this. Like everybody was naysaying. And I'm like, bro, that's just the first, that's the first yard line. You know what I mean? That's the first play. That's the now goal, and it's just amazing. You wonder why people aren't growing maintenance companies of scale because they can't even fathom getting to a point like that. And now it's just literally everything I do, all I consume my time with. Dom will tell you, we sit in the car, we sit in the truck, we do the things for hours. And I'm like, just running through the different plays of, okay, if I do this here, and you know, it's not that any single one of these plays are wrong when you're at this point. It's which opportunity is going to give you the highest leverage return. You know, each one of them is, of course, going to increase my business because it's just scale. I can raise conversion rate by a couple of percent. I can raise average ticket by a couple of percent. I can do this. I can raise net profit by a couple of percent. But which one of those opportunities at this level is going to yield the most result, which is my now problem or the bottleneck of the business? So, you know, again, being in that room and being in proximity with successful people is what's going to be able to get you there. And I have the ultimate conviction I will get there. And even at this point, we still search for the next 1% thing or the tweak here or the tweak there. But it's very, very possible. And it becomes really possible when you start putting the right people around you.
Hey, Dom.
What's up, bub? What's up?
Remember you wanted to build a big business like this too? You remember you wanted to do the same thing, bro?
Yeah. Yep.
You're doing it. It just let me be clear, everyone. Like there's two things, right? There's two things that you should write down on a piece of paper right now. These two things are really, really important, what you're about to write down. There are traits, which is like the way that you're designed by like 8 years old, your traits. It's like the way you're programmed. And then there's behaviors. And those traits that you're programmed to be the way that you are versus the behaviors are things that you need to reflect on. I catch myself often behaving in certain ways that are different than what my traits are. And I have to try and balance that out so that my behaviors and my traits are in line with what I am. I'm not saying to push the limits, you know, to be a trailblazer, to do this, to do that, which I am a trailblazer. My point is that when you're in the wrong seat and you're trying to behave differently than what your traits are designed to be, or the way it is programmed to be in the seat, and you try to behave differently, it can create absolute freaking chaos in your life. And so I just want you guys to know, like everyone on here right now, to see Dom and Skylar right now, like the way that this is shaping, I want you guys to know, like I saw this a long freaking time ago, but the fact that you were looking, Skylar, for someone exactly like Dom, and Dom was looking to be a part of something exactly like this so that you guys could be in the right seats, focusing on the things that you're super strong at, relating to your traits and driving your behavior slightly outside of that to keep pushing the limits. Now you grow. You're no longer a $5 million company. You have the opportunity to build a national company. And that's like, to me, that's the if that's what you guys decide to do. But everyone on here, like watching this roundtable right now, just know that if you're an introverted individual that literally hates to frickin' sell and you're trying to behave in a way that a salesperson behaves and you're trying to push outside of what you're designed and programmed to do, you're going to have a miserable life. It's going to suck. So I'm excited for you guys. This is awesome stuff. Dom, how is it?
It's unbelievable. You know, it's like we talked and it was like, it was a huge adjustment, right? It was like, you know, I had this, you know, expectations of running my own business and building my own thing. And then, you know, it took for me to try that to really find out what I was great at. So if I didn't try to build my own businesses, I would have never figured out what I was good at, right? And even though that I was doing good here and doing good there and doing good here, it was pure chaos, right? And you know, it was up and down, and I couldn't find my groove, and it was. I mean, Judd, you know me for like 7 years now, right? And it's been, I believe that right now where I'm at, I'm finally aligned. I'm aligned, right? And it was very difficult for me to understand this, but I had to go through the process a little bit to learn myself and become the person I am now in order to be the person I am now to accept this opportunity and do what I'm doing. So listen, it's incredible. I've had my moments where I have to put my ego in check, right? And we had a discussion yesterday about it, and it's hard because, you know, you kind of beat yourself up a little bit. You're like, you know, oh man, I'm a failure. You know, I couldn't do it on my own, right? But when you get to higher levels and you understand and you meet people who are successful at a higher level, you understand that they were able to get the right people in place who are great at what they're not great at, allowing them to solely focus on what they're great at. Now I'm in that position where I can focus on what I'm great at, right? And until it unfolded for 4 or 5 weeks, I didn't really understand that actually this is who I'm supposed to be, and this is my happy place, right? So it's a place of just extreme gratitude, right? But it's a place where now I'm able to be the best version of myself and now I want to become such a great version of myself that I allow him to be the best version of himself, right? And the power of that, doing that for each other, that's what gets you to the next level. That's what gets you to the next level. And then you add somebody else in to get you guys to the next level. And that's how you build something at really super high levels. But you have to put your ego in check. You have to go through really hard times. You have to be kind of forged into it, I think. Right. And that I could say that I was forged into this, man. It was up to this point, man. It's been really, really, really hard. And it's going to be hard moving forward, but I got someone by my side that I know will always be there. And now
And you're in the right position.
Yeah.
You're in the right position, dude. It's like, man, I don't speak French. I can speak French, but it's not my first language. I can speak Spanish, but I can ask for like some food or a steak or something at a restaurant in Spanish. But when it comes down to speaking German, I don't speak German. That's up to Matthias. Matthias speaks German, right, Matthias? Cool. I love it, man. Guys, congrats, man. Super stoked. Let's keep rolling. I saw that there was another win on, and then there was a hand that was removed. Anybody have a win on that? Anybody have a win on the last week? Guys, by the way, raise your hand if you think that's really cool with Dom and Skylar, what they're building, man. Like, is that cool? Just from an engagement perspective, how cool is that, man? That's really, really special stuff. It's really special. Cool. Anybody have any questions that they want to come off mute? Paul, do you have your hand up, or was that a wave? Was that a raised hand, Paul? Nick, let's go. Let's go, Nick.
I was just clapping.
Let's go, Nick.
Yeah, I actually live right outside of Philadelphia. So me and Skylar talked on the phone about 2 months ago, and I was trying to make it over to the event over there at a shop, which I unfortunately was unable to do due to other things going on. But I'm, like you just said, you said traits versus behaviors. One of my traits is being a dreamer. I think like I see this go, like you said, national on, publicly trading. And that's where my brain is. And I drive around, I drive a tow truck as a day job as I get this up. And and one of the things I actually dislike asphalt very much. I think it's ugly. I'm much more of a concrete guy. But in finding asphalt ugly, it has given me an opportunity to beautify the world in a different way that landscaping, like I have a big landscaping job coming up this week, and that's part of my business, which I'll take as a win for myself. But as I drive around here and I drive around the main lot, Villanova, Bryn Mawr, and I see, $3, $4, $5 million houses. So, Skylar just said that he's looking for salespeople. Well, I drive around and just see opportunity all over the place. So anything's possible. As long as we all go take it. My biggest question is talking to people about asphalt is something I've never done before. What is the best beginning approach when trying to talk to a potential customer on how to initiate what the asphalt is? Do you come in it as just an overall appearance thing? Or do you break down each individual steps like the resources on Asphalt Kingdom has? Like you can go use the ADA breakdown and all that stuff. Should I build like a full sales pitch, or should I be treating each individual customer and each individual problem as its own opportunity?
So I can answer you. It depends on the customer. Some people care about knowledge, some people don't. You're going to have to learn how to read people. That's going to be the big, you're going to get a customer that's going to say, yes, teach me the knowledge, teach me why I should do this. But really your first thing is your liabilities. You're keeping the parking lot or the asphalt safe. So it's free
Okay.
of tripping hazards, free of, debris or possible liabilities. Then you're keeping it long lasting would be number 2. And then third is appearance. That's really the last selling item. We try and keep
Okay.
the aesthetic value on the very, very back of anything we
Okay.
advertise because it's the least important out of all of these things.
Okay.
And dreaming is great when you can dream, but when you cannot fully dream and you have to be tied to doing something, it becomes really, really difficult. And like, that's why mine and Dom's dynamic works really, really, really well. Because that is me. I'm a dreamer, like it was a discussion that we had. It was something that started in Canada where I was challenged to what is truly the life you desire. And I think that's what most people don't even know or understand yet or have a part yet, where when you understand what you truly want and truly desire in life, it's super easy to build the blueprint backwards because now you're just putting the pieces together. And my third piece of advice is the best way to speak Asphalt is go on here, ask this question, go watch 5 YouTube videos and go knock 300 doors. And all of a sudden you're going to learn how to sell jobs because you're going to get a couple hundred no's. And all of a sudden you're going to get a yes. And then you're going to say, wow, what worked? And you're going to change your tactic every single time. And that's how you get good. Like most people get stuck right where you are. So I want to challenge you to just go knock hundreds of doors and you're going to kill it, right? Like take action. That is how you build success. Most people cannot handle that. So if you go and knock a couple hundred doors or you go seal a couple hundred driveways, all of a sudden you're going to start getting pretty good at it.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So something I just want to jump in on here, and it's fun. If you look in the chat, everyone pay attention to the chat right now. You'll see that Dylan, who's on with us on screen and spotlight right now, who's built and sold a 7-figure company and is rocking it right now with us and helping you guys to really move the business side of your companies. You'll notice that there's liability, longevity, and looks, the 3 L's, and then you'll see that there's the 3 S's that are right below that. Safety, save money, and sexy is what I've historically called it. But we recently had someone say sharp, right? So that's pretty exciting. I do want to say this though, like what Skylar was saying right there, just as Skylar, you were speaking about listening to a customer, right? Like that's what you were saying. Everybody pay attention to this. The scopes of work on your proposals must be emotionally compelling and they must speak to the person that's actually reading it. You have to make sure that if it's like a school, you're speaking more about the safety aspects. A car dealership, raise your hand if you think they're more interested in appeal, like curb appeal, right? If you're dealing with a church, what is it, right? If it's a medical center, what is it? A grocery store, supermarket, fast food, quick serve restaurants, right? Like, let's think through what's not down here in that average mindset of operating, which is, hey, I'm just going to put together a cookie cutter quote through Jobber and I'm going to send it. Like, you have to make sure that you're literally going into crafting custom tailored proposals that speak to the person that actually is reading it and is going to bring it and sell it to the board, or they're the decision maker internally. Because let me be clear, the only way that you know how to create an emotionally compelling proposal, and this is like secret sauce, guys, not secret sauce, it's not logical, but this is the sauce that's important here. Let me explain. The closer framework in the clarify stage, you have to ask open-ended questions to get the person to speak to you like crazy. Get them to speak to you. Get them to tell you everything. What's important to them? What are things that they're basically telling you that you need to craft into your proposals to actually deliver what is solving their problems and pain points and over-delivering on the value? What I just said right there, if you guys slow down to speed up and you just did that with your business, I can guarantee your conversion rate is going to spike. Dill, what's up? You got your hand up. Let's do this.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, there was an original question there around, what do you say to customers to kind of get them interested in going? And especially on the commercial side, one of the best answers, the best questions that you can kind of ask is, how long do you want this asphalt to last? Because once you ask that question, if they can kind of paint the picture for themselves between how much they're going to spend on it long term, most people are emotionally attached to money in some way. So that really opens the door for you to kind of go in on the education side and, you know, what crack filling does and how it extends the life, how pothole repair and patching extends the life, how seal coating extends the life and makes it look great. And you can kind of build in this emotional advantage that they maybe wouldn't have sort of understood unless you kind of educated them a little bit on the process.
100%. Man, those proposals right there is such an important part of this. Like on the sales power stack, Bryant, I'm so sorry. I keep saying Bryant. Scholar, help me.
Bryson?
Bryson. I'm thinking Bryant Banway. Bryson, like as we were going through that, he started, you could see the lights lighting up and it was just like, man, you know, like let's create emotionally compelling proposals that really speak to people, right?
Yep.
And that's the difference, man. Like when you think of the way that you guys approach your customers, even before you present a proposal, just to have conversation, what you guys are handing them from a handout perspective. Show me what you've got there, guys. Like show me one of your handouts that you guys are showing up to a meeting with. Everyone take a screenshot, take a picture, do something. I know that Mike over there is, he's got one in the background there, probably next to his desk. But look at this.
This
Go
is our
through that.
sales folder. This is our, you know, these are pictures of local projects that are like very, very recognizable or like very, very national things, you know, some of it being with Hershey, some of it being warehouse facilities, some of it being, you know, shopping complexes and things like that are kind of big deals in our areas that we've maintained. So it's very recognizable. From there, we have these pages inside. So this is the first page, which is all branded. No, I lie. That's the second page. I'm sorry. This is the first page. So, you know, labeled up top, pavement asset management. It has all the services that we would provide and a description. And it has, if you ever look at medications and things like this, I'm drawing a blank for what the name of these things are right now. But
sorry. Oh, the graphics icons or whatever they're.
Yeah, but it's like, so medications, they were actually put on medications for a very quick overbrief to sell medications at a quicker rate. So it's something that's very recognizable, like, oh, looks nice. You know, time, like a lot of those different things.
Trust symbols.
Yeah. The designed for like, you know, seal coating and waterproofing, you know, so it's very, very quick that somebody, you know, that's a very high level decision maker, sometimes they might look at this and be like, oh, that's too much to digest. But all of a sudden they see a couple of these things, they're like, wait, what is that? So, you know, that's the first page that goes in, describes description with pictures. Second page that goes in that describes descriptions with pictures is all branded. These are all of our colors. Our logos are on every page. Then we also have our business card that goes in the inside of the folder in here. And of course, branded, everything matches. It has all of our descriptions on there. And then to add another personal touch and detailed message is we left the back blank so we can write a personal message and put the name and a direct contact line. I keep everything generic for a reason, because now it adds another level of personability, because what you do is you always oversell, right? Sales is a game in a sense. Like you say, this is the office number, and this is typically where we call people to call in, but I want to give you my direct line back here. This is what I'm going to leave behind with you, because I want you to get in contact with me and I want to build a tailored solution for you, right? So like, you know, little things like that we've picked up on and done and it's nothing that's really that much crazier. Another company's probably just going to have their name with the phone number printed on it, but it's very generic. But all of a sudden you take 10 seconds to write your name and personal phone number and pitch that little story to the customer. They're like, oh, wow. They feel like they're getting another level of service without an additional real cost or, you know, time consumption. So just another thing that we've done. And that's one of our small pieces. We have postcards that are like 5x7s. We have, you know, of course, all of our invoices, quote sheets, door hangers, or leave behind. That's another thing too. I posted this on the group. Before. It's another super big thing that came from AK that we've put our own customization on. So this is our what to expect after seal coating. These get left with all the invoices. They're logoed with our logo on it. We've redesigned them a little bit, you know, pretty much same practicality, but we've just added our branding to them. And this, you know, it's just all about the customer experience. And like, again, it's why people can't fathom doing over 1 million or 5 million or whatever it is. But like, and you get in this bottom barrel rat race of, oh, the cheapest guy. But, you know, like really, once you start to deliver an experience that people pay for, just like when you go to a super expensive steakhouse, right? You can go to an expensive steakhouse and eat a steak for $150, $200, $300. And the thing is, though, they pour your wine, they give you a hot towel with a lemon, they give you a cigar at the end of dinner, they give your wife a flower and do the thing. You know, you go to one of those experiences, the steak's not that much better, guys. Like, you can probably go get that same steak for $50 to $70 at a nice spot, when this steak is $300, but you paid for the experience. And if you learn how to build that in your company, you can learn how to charge above average prices and grow the heck out of it.
Boom. Mic drop. So, and Scholar's so generous. What he's going to do is drop his email in the chat. And what he's going to do for anybody that emails him for a request of some photos of what his handouts look like, he's going to respond back with a Google Drive link with those photos of what it is that he's doing to help drive the business, what he just taught you. Right, Skylar?
It's in the chat.
All right, cool. Emails in the chat for those of you that want to get in touch with Skylar to be able to get photos of what his handouts look like and the things he's using to leverage and build his business to 5 million. Go ahead and email Skylar. What do you think about that, guys? Isn't that cool? Skylar volunteered that. Skylar, I love you. You're the best.
Oh,
Guys,
told
23 of these were left at commercial jobs today, and we already got 2 callbacks, just saying.
Boom. Let's go, guys. This is the way we roll. Everett Smith, what's going on? What's happening on this beautiful Wednesday? You've got your hand up. Thank you for your patience, brother. Everett Smith.
Hey, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Fantastic, fantastic. Hey, man, you guys are getting me excited, man. This don't seem like no asphalt kind of business, man. This seems like in Las Vegas or something, man. You guys are making me excited. I just I spoke to Robert today about getting my business off the ground. So I had a trucking company shut it down last year, and I kind of had my asphalt, concrete / hauling because I added a dump truck last year. So I've been looking for a niche, you know, to get this thing rocking and rolling. But you guys are making me excited, man. I appreciate it. I'm in the Charlotte market. You know, I have no problem sharing the wealth with somebody. If somebody wants to mentor me or partner up, I'm ready to rock and roll, man. Sales ain't no problem with me. You know, everybody's my friend when it comes to sales and taking care of my family. So, but I really appreciate you guys' information, man. And, you know, great to connect with this group, man. You know, but I'm looking forward to growing, and I appreciate you guys.
Everett, I'd love to hop on a call with you and Robert Wallace, man, and chat about what your dreams and aspirations are and how we can make some riches in the niches, as we say. But I think there's also some bigger opportunity. A lot of us get stuck, by the way, just to kind of share this, a lot of us get stuck with just thinking that we can only do asphalt maintenance and repairs, right? Like that's where our mind goes because that's what we've been told or taught. But really, when we start to expand what's on the outside of that nucleus, there's so much opportunity because really what's going on is asphalt maintenance and repair is a nucleus that's off of a massive nucleus, which is pavement asset management. Scott, I don't know if you're laughing at me, man. If you are, Panama right now, I'm in Panama and Boquete, guys. There is like, I'm in a screened in porch right now. I'm getting swarmed by these, like, they're the size of ferries, man. They've got big wings and they're like all over the screen. They're getting in my shirt and shit. It's crazy what's going on right now.
Behind me.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, there's 2 of them playing games.
Dude, this is wild. I've never seen so many bugs in my life, guys. This is crazy. You see what happens? The round table gets lit up. We get so much energy on here. And then all of a sudden, like, it's like Ace Ventura, man. There's like animals coming out of the jungle and all kinds of shit. It's crazy. Everett Smith, we look forward to meeting with you, man, and scaling and growing a business in this industry. It's a beautiful industry, especially when you know what processes and systems you need to be plugged into to be able to thrive, man. And you've got a good circle here, brother. Good circle. Cool. Victor Cruz, what is up? What's happening in the house? What's happening, buddy? We cannot hear you. Nothing. Nada. No comprendo nada. John, tell him in Spanish. We cannot hear him in Dominican.
Is this a stupido jabber headset? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you, buddy.
Hey, is there anybody new in this group? Because this is going to be my niche in this group. Anybody
Raise
new?
your hand. Raise your hand if you're new to the industry, brand new to the industry. Raise your hand if you're brand new to the industry.
How many you got? I'm on my phone, so I can't see them.
Probably 7 or 8.
Okay, 2 things happened to me. I've been here since last year, since October. I've been in this group. Yesterday, my equipment broke, but I made it happen. My win is that I'm almost done with this 110,000 square feet school, 7 parking lots. Almost done. So after $12,000 of my personal expense for their supplies, I'm almost done. I'm gonna get paid soon. So that's one. So I reached out in the group. I said, help. And people were there to help me. That's one. Number 2, my people are finding me. Even a cop friend of mine says, I found you on Facebook. So my site's out there. I'm getting noticed by people. I got a call. I got a web message from my website from Matias. Where was it from? Indianapolis. And
Yeah,
I
think
said,
it was.
yeah, Indianapolis. I said, I'm sorry. I love to help you, but I'm in the Rochester area in New York State. But I have some friends at AK. I'm gonna reach out to them. And you guys acted like this. Like by Monday morning when Matias woke up at 0:30, he was on it and went to Judge co-pilot April, and she found somebody to help that person in another state. So I'm not as I have gained a lot from us Asphalt Kingdom. Just the networking. This is how important this is. There's an MMA fighter who says, "Are these people real?" Yes, these people are real. So,
Johnny Bublich, Wyoming
yes.
Asphalt Repair. Yeah, he's
Yes,
awesome, man.
I remember that interview that you did with him. And that was the question at first when you first joined. He goes, "Are these people real? Is this Amway?"
No, we're real, man. In the flesh,
Yes.
we're real. And we get to meet people too at our roundups and coaching events and stuff. It's awesome, man. For those of you that have not been to one of our, raise your hand if you've been to one of our events or live events. Was it good? Give it out of 5. How was it? If 5 being the highest, what was it? I love that, man. Cool. Cool. John, you got to raise your hand, John. John, Palladium Pavement. There you go. Got 10. Victor, thank you for your kind words, man. Appreciate it. As we said from the very get-go, from the very get-go when we started to communicate and you weren't sure exactly, at the end of the day, it's just keeping that drumbeat. I think the roundtable here is something that creates that drumbeat. But I'm going to say something that I think is really important for those of you that have been on this roundtable for a long time. This roundtable is for everyone, people just starting out in the industry and people who are vets in the industry, and you get to come in and you get to see the wide spectrum. But I think that what we need to start to do is break out into different roundtable events and groups that we're going to essentially have people who are just starting out in the industry be a part of a roundtable, like up to year 1. And then for people who are going past that, who want to go into growing and scaling their existing business, we're going to go into another group that is really, you already have the foundation. You've already got your core values, your culture. You understand pavement assessments. You understand proposals. You understand your numbers and cost, right? Cost forecasting and all that stuff. You understand that as a base, but now we're going to go into the next level. We're going to start to take this off. And I could see Skylar fist pumping right there because Skylar, it's time, dude. Like it's time, right? It's now time for us. Raise your hand for those of you that are in this industry for multiple years. Do you want to be a part of a group cohort that actually a roundtable that's going to be speaking about growing and scaling the business to the next level? Raise your hand if you're one of those guys. All right, cool. And I'm not saying we're going to stop doing these roundtables. We're going to keep these, but we're going to do other roundtables that are going to be specific to doing that. So what's going to happen is there's going to be an email that's going to go out to my team from you guys And that is going, sorry, there's going to be an email coming out from my team to you guys that's going to ask you some questions to ultimately determine which area we're going to offer as a solution for a roundtable to you guys. Is that clear? Does that make sense to you guys? And then as we go towards that group, you guys will be able to be in that group. For those of you that might not be at the level to go into that next group, it's really smart to focus on following the dang process, so to speak, building the foundation, understanding what we need to do to get to that next stage of growth. Once we're in that stage of growth, we're then moving into scaling the business. We've got the processes and systems in place, and we can start to really grow. Does that all sound good to everyone? I don't want to ramble on that too much longer. I think everybody's clear on that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, just to be clear, is at Skylar's, at the ProLine Roundup event that we did, there was a last exercise, if you remember, for those of you that were there, and it was like, let's separate into different groups so that we could really, you know, extrapolate from there as to what we could do. And immediately there were 3 groups that were created. And then there was a group that actually ended up going back to Skylar's for a next level that was different. Michael Knight, can you come off mute, man? Can you tell me what that experience was for you to go back there with a smaller group of people that were kind of in your growth stages? Can you come off mute, buddy, and tell us what it was like? 100% straight. Come off mute.
All right, sorry about that. So yeah, no, basically it was awesome. The first striping course that I went there, you got some excellent foundation and whatnot, and we got to learn on the stripers. That was pretty good information. But when we went back, and I think there were about 4 or 5 of us that went back, and we got really hands-on, in-depth, got the information we needed. We learned because the information that we wanted, we learned how to actually be able to get the product applied. We were getting individual education. It's not just a bunch of classroom stuff that you can get off of YouTube. You can't get this kind of knowledge. You can't find someone that's willing to show you how to do the project and get the project done safely, accurately, and getting information that you needed. I mean, and be able to move to the next step on stuff I had no idea how to do. We covered quite a bit of different things, from the proper process of pothole filling, how to do it without having it go apart, doing the all the different things. It was just awesome. I loved it. We 2 full days of information back down with us, and yeah, it was just.
So I'm bringing this up because there's this. I had a conversation. Somebody was asking me earlier this week. We're doing some like trait and behavior, as I spoke about earlier, trait and behavior tests, and we're doing that amongst our team and inside AK. You can see Skylar posting the photos on his phone of Mr. Knight there. That's awesome, dude. I love that installation. But really the question came in from this guy named Brandon, and he said, you know, what is the dream? What is the vision here for AK? Like, what are we going to do here? And I've been spending the last 2 decades trying to figure it out. And we've morphed from a company that was transactional to, of course, going into this higher level of delivering solutions to you guys to be able to succeed. And I think what I will say is this, team, like no matter the roundtable groups, no matter the live events, no matter the systems that we're granting you access to, no matter what we coach, it all comes down to you actually executing on it, like actually doing it. And it becomes a real big challenge because a lot of people just don't do it. Like some of the golden gems that were shared with you guys, like how many people are going to go do exactly what Skylar has with his presentation out of this whole screen? Like everybody will raise their hand now, but you guys, you know, how many people are going to email Skylar, right, to ask him for that? And it's going to be a small percentage. I'm going to be honest, but that's where the market opportunity and the gap is for those of you that are hungry, for those of you that actually want to go hunt and you want to go after these accounts and you want to build enterprise value with your company. Let me just tell you, the majority of people do not do the things that other people are teaching them to do who have already been successful, that are giving you the golden keys. And so let me share this with you. I'm hosting a sales power stack right now. And on that sales power stack, which by the way is full house, I asked at the end of that meeting, I said, you guys pretend that I am a client, a possible client, and I want you guys to send me a quote. And I defined that quote needed to come to me by email. And I want you to treat me like a customer. Now, these are people taking a power stack coaching class with me that's worth $1,000. And I got 2 proposals sent to my email box from 13 total people. And I told them that speed to lead was important. And I told them that you want to treat me with respect. You want to treat me with love. You want to be fast as you possibly can. And I got 2 proposals. And of those 2 proposals, I only got 1 follow-up after that. Guys, do you understand that if I'm trying to bring these solutions with our coaches and AK and everything else, all these resources, all of the things that we're giving you, whether it's premium paid stuff or whether it's free, if you guys don't implement this stuff, I'm telling you, the people that do are going to be the ones that eat your market share. They'll eat it. Skylar will eat it. The people that apply these things and these lessons, trust me, they're going to eat your market share and they're going to build significant companies. And I'm not coming at you guys in any way to claw at you. I'm saying I care so deeply about your guys' success and what you're going to build for your future that if I don't say these kind of things, then they're going to just drift off into the fog and nobody will give a shit except for you, really, at the end of the day, looking in the mirror. I really care about you guys, and our coaches do, and our company does. Practice what works, guys. Don't take what we're talking about and just let it drift away. Trust me on this. Raise your hand if you're in connection with me, if you agree with the things that I'm saying right now. Be honest with me. All right, cool. If you're having a problem executing on the things that we're talking about because it's fast, 1 hour is real quick. If you're having a problem executing on this stuff, what you need to do is set up a meeting with someone who actually can help you. Remember, behaviors and traits. If you guys are in the wrong seat to do something, let's get somebody else to do it for you. Let's help you. But don't just let it drift away because you feel as though you can't do it on your own. There's solutions to these challenges and problems. Trust me on that. Good to be real with you guys. That's all right with me. Is everybody cool with that? All right. For those of you that know me personally, you know how real we get. It's actually the reason why Dom and Skylar are sitting there together right now and why they're crushing it is because we had a really important conversation late one night when we were doing the Roundup event. And Dom was sitting there on the couch and Skylar was right there. And we had a real deep conversation with our coaching team. It was real deep. And it changed lives, right? I mean, you guys are coaching people together at your Roundup events. You have coaching clients that come up and meet with you guys. Zane and Maverick, you guys went up and spent time with Skylar and Dom. Skylar and Dom are building the heck out of ProSeal. I mean, this is special stuff, right? Carve into it, team. Carve into it. Who here needs help? Who honest? Raise your hand if you need help with your business. I know you all do. I need help with my business. Well, shit, why don't we figure out what we need help with? You guys have a responsibility to write down 3 things, the 3 most important things that you need help with in your business. And I want you to email my email address with the 3 things that you need help with the most with your business. And if you don't know what you need help with, maybe that's what you need help with, right? Like, send me that email. And I can guarantee that out of this whole screen of everyone on here, we've got 33 people on, I'll be lucky to get 5 emails. I have nothing to sell you guys. I have nothing that I want to transact with you guys relating to the information I'm going to give you back on the best course of action that should be related to help. Send me the email. I'll give you the advice. Take it or leave it. No No shackles, no commitments. Just to help you guys. Who here is going to send me an email? Raise your hand. For my AK team that did not raise their hand, shame on you guys. You got to raise your hand too. Let's go. Right?
We take
I've
up
got a
half of
whole-
your time.
See, I'm fortunate because I have a whole team of people with me to be able to help, right? Like that's Dylan. That's exactly what this is about is, hey man, if you guys need help with applications, I know who I'm going to send that email to or copy that person in to be able to help you with installations. If you need help with doing epoxy floors because you have an epoxy floor project, I know somebody on here, Coach Scholar, who rocks epoxy. Like, there's all kinds of cool options on here. You want to learn about sidewalk grinding and safety grinding, sidewalk safety, Alex Corning in California, you can figure out how to go build $300,000 a year in a sidewalk grinding business that you could add to the pie, right? I mean, there's just write down your challenges, send it to me, let me help you. Cool. We've got another 7 minutes, team. Let's go, John, Palladium Pavement. Let's go.
Hey, Jeff.
What's up, buddy?
All right, so this is not a typical win, but learning from you as a pay it forward kind of guy. Hopefully it's one of the two guys who messaged you their proposal. Someone reached out to me for help with AK Dash, knowing from the roundup that I know it pretty well.
Thanks, John. That's awesome, brother. You're an expert, man. We might have to recruit you from Palladium Pavement, bro, and have you come join AK and do some AK Dash rocking, eh, buddy?
Maybe.
I remember when you did your first sales train, your first infield training with Dami. Remember that, Dami?
Oh, I remember. And look, he was there, guys.
Man, if we're not having fun, we're not having fun, right? Hey, by the way, if you're coming here for a real professional meeting, nothing but professional, you might have a challenge here. We got some fun stuff that goes on. Yeah, cool. Any other questions, guys? I know you've got so many. Mike, what's happening, brother? Good to see you. Come off mute. Come off mute.
Hey, hello everyone. Hey, I was
brother?
gonna share some wins earlier, but I wanted to give everybody else opportunity too. I have a question, and I was gonna wanted to thank John, but I didn't get a chance to yet. I ran into some issues with the AK Dash, and I know John is. I hear him talking, and I know he's really good at working through AK Dash, and how I've been told, hey, the information's on there. That's why we put down our website or our email so we can reach out to people. And I reached out to John, and he walked me through some. I couldn't find the videos on there. That's how technology backwards I am. But he said, man, it's in the help tab, not up in the top right hand corner where you type in help for videos. And once I ran through that, he did a Google meeting with me at Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Helped me figure out some of the source boxes and everything. My only question is I sent the email through AK Dash, and I ain't making no excuses, but I had some family issues going on this weekend, kind of. So it took me a few days to get it done. But I don't know how to see if it got read in there. Like you say, you could see if somebody looked at your proposal. I don't know how to do that.
It's going to show right down at the bottom of your proposal. So when you log into AK Dash and you go down to review your proposal, you'll see it down at the very bottom. You'll see it. You'll see the people that logged into it.
Okay. You should also get an email notification.
Yeah. You also get an email notification. Mike, you should get on with Jeff at ak-dash.com. Get on with Jeff a bunch of times. He'll be happy to help you, man. Make sure you're a superstar in there.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. AK Dash is not just a CRM and proposal engine. Oh shit. Oh no, I can't make the announcement about it tonight. She'd kill me. Our CEO would kill me. I tend to prematurely announce things and then I get in big trouble. Let's just say that there's something coming with AK Dash with the King Boss level for those of you that are on King Boss. Let's just say that it's pretty darn exciting and you guys are getting like a 2x value that's being added to your King Boss level. And so for those of you that are in there right now, you guys are grandfathered into. So we're literally giving you all these extra things that are coming. Skylar, when you see this, and Dami, when you see this, this piece that we're launching relating to day-to-day management, get ready, buddy. We got some cool stuff coming.
Hey, quick
Cool.
question, Judd.
Yeah,
So
let's
I'm
do
at
it.
the proposals. It says it was sent and it's in progress. What does that mean? That it got received?
Should be in progress, meaning that it should. John, what is it saying on yours when it actually is arriving in the inbox? I think it's in progress means they haven't opened the email yet. They haven't clicked it.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't clicked on the link yet.
It automatically changes to sent. The status.
When they read it,
Let me check.
No,
or
it
I
should.
I can make an appointment with Jeff tomorrow or something.
Jeff, by the way, is hosting every Tuesday and Thursday. Jeff's hosting live FAQ sessions and trainings for AK Dash. So if you guys want to get on that, just email Jeff at Asphalt Kingdom. And he literally every Tuesday and Thursday is doing group training on AK Dash. For anybody who's not on it or who wants to be on it, that's available to you guys. It's just a complete give to you guys. So take advantage of the training, guys. Yeah, no problem. Revive, what's happening? 5 Asphalt, let's go.
Hey, thank you. My name's Tim. I'm from Tennessee. I just got a quick question. I'm in my first year, and my pump seal went out on a job the other day, and I replaced it because I bought the seal when I bought the pump, and I was just wondering where I could find some resources on like the proper order on putting the seal back in, because I found a video online, but it's hard to make out what order to put them in.
If you go to email Mackey, M-A-C-K-Y, Mackey at asphaltkingdom.com, just because every pump's different, we want to make sure to get you the right videos. So just email Mackey and just say, here's the system that I have. Send me over the link for the video for the seal installation. She'll do it.
Thank you so much. Can you repeat that email, sir?
M-A-C-K-Y, Mackey, M-A-C-K-Y at asphaltkingdom.com.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
What's that, Tommy?
What system is it?
What system do you have?
This one with a cast iron. Can you see it?
Is it a drum sprayer or tote sprayer?
Oh,
or
I'm sorry. Yes, drum.
Drum sprayer. Can you get closer to the engine and pump that's there?
Yeah.
Let me see it. How old's the unit? When did you buy it?
I bought it last like September or
AK
August.
system, the 230 Pro system, John?
No, it's the same engine and pump. You have the aluminum pump or cast iron pump?
Cast iron pump. It's got the 7 horse.
Yeah, it's the same one,
top.
Dami, from last year. Yeah, same one. Mackey's got a video on it.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you so much.
I rebuilt that like 300 times.
Cool.
So,
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Mackey at Asphalt Kingdom is there, and then also you have my email address there. But hit Mackey up first; she'll get you set up. All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. Dan Leoto, what's happening, buddy? What's up, brother? Oregon in the house. Let's go.
How's it going, guys? I had a quick question. So last week, everybody kind of talked about what their price they're charging for crack filling. I was wondering if I could get the same info on linear feet for striping, just a broad what you guys are charging in different areas. I'm more on a wholesale level, but retail I can reverse engineer.
Judge,
Yeah, so Skylar, just to jump in on this. So Dan is a pavement super broker. So he's working with us on building a pavement asset management brokerage business. So we just need to make sure that when we're talking about the costs associated with that to then determine pricing, that we take that into consideration. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can email whoever on your team too for that template that I just built out after the ProLine event too.
Did you send it to the AK team?
Yeah, they gave me the original template and I rebuilt it with
Yeah.
updated pricing across the board for all stenciling, all ADA, all lineal footage, everything.